Hello and welcome to Restless Gecko Reviews. This is the Pulsar X2H, and the reason it's in a box is because I'm sending it back. I purchased the Pulsar X2H from Amazon, luckily, because I wanted to try the X2H shape. And I thought it would be a wonderful idea and a wonderful opportunity to try it now. I've not had a Pulsar mouse since the X2 Mini, and before that I had the Ergo with the holes in it on the back, and I thought that was alright. It did start double clicking eventually, and the X2 Mini, the V1, did start double clicking, so I got rid of it. So I thought, oh yeah, this would be a great chance to try the X2H. So I ordered it. It's delivered today. I was waiting all day for it. I was quite excited to get it. I get it out of the box. I play with the clicks. They feel good. I haven't got any of that sticky click issue just yet. I really like the colour. Really like the design of it. Thought it felt solid. Yes, it has the gimmicky LCD screen underneath, but I thought, let's give it a go. See what it's all about. The reason I bought the X2H is because I thought, oh, it'll be more premium. It's the esports edition. They'll have really gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. They might have changed the internals of the structure so they doesn't have the sticky clicks with the little foam pad. But yeah, so all of that was going well up to that point. I put it on charge because it was on 75% as it came, and then I thought, all right, I'll go do a bit around the house, come back, and then I will have a look at. Have a bit of a play with it. So I plug it, everything's all plugged in, everything's great, everything's fine. I turn on my computer and I try and log in, and I'm trying to click on the pin box, and then I'm moving the mouse, and then all of a sudden my cursor stops moving. So that's great. So I thought, maybe it's the surface, maybe it's just not tracking on the Hyate Otsu for whatever reason, even though I've got 8 different mics behind me and I have no issues with any of them on this surface. So I change it to the 0. Nope, same thing. Okay, it's alright. Let's troubleshoot this. I unplug everything from my computer and I just leave that logged in. Maybe there's plugged in, so maybe there's some sort of issue with like interference from something else or my Wi-Fi. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay. Maybe if I play with the settings, if I lower the turn motion sync on, if I change the click debounce, I don't know, it might be something to do with that. I'm clutching at straws at this point. Change the report rate, maybe that will fix it. If I change, I don't know, anything else about the mouse, change my DPI to the highest possible setting, change it to the lowest possible setting, changed from 500 Hertz to 4K. I plugged it in, tried to use it. On the 8K, nothing, didn't make any difference whatsoever. So I thought, okay, right, let's try updating it. So I go to Pulsar's website, download the software, so that's all downloaded, and then I run the firmware update on the dongle, and I run the firmware update on the mouse. The mouse had a firmware update that was one number higher than the one on the website, same as the dongle. So for some reason I'm reverting back, but I thought, oh, maybe this is a safe way to revert and get the mouse working. That didn't work either, so the only thing left to do is box up the mouse and send it back. This is my 3rd Pulsar mouse over the course of quite a few years now where I've had a QC issue. I hear all of the horror stories about the X2H and I want to avoid that, so I buy the premium version for what is essentially $130, and I get a QC issue straight out the box. I don't even have to wait 2 weeks, which at least they were kind enough to spare me a 2-week wait period for it to fail. At least it fails straight out the box. And a lot of the excuses for the QC with the clicks was, oh, they wouldn't know it would have passed QC, and it would have made it to the consumer, and then the consumer finds out for themselves. It's like, yeah, they find out they've got a dud product 2 to 4 weeks down the line, just after the return window's closed. But obviously they'll still honour a return for the most part anyway, if people want their money back, which is nice of them. It's the least they can do for a dud product. So anyway, I thought I would avoid all of that with the ES, and apparently not. No, it just comes broken out the box, which is fantastic news. And I was talking in my last video about OEM mice and about how some like the differences in quality and premium, at least you can buy a $30 OEM Chinese mouse, import it directly from China, and at least that will work out of the box. You can buy a $130 Korean mouse, a esports edition with all the gimmick, with the LCD on the bottom and the onboard settings. It's just like, why can't you do what Vaxee did? Just stick LEDs in the bottom, at least save some weight. And like, you've got the gimmicky cutouts on the shell that are then refilled in with something else. It's like, I understand that it's a style choice, but I mean, come on, it doesn't need to be any more complicated than this. I know it's an aesthetic decision, but really, I've just lost words. I have no hope in Pulsar mice. And people will say, oh, you just RMA it, just send it back and then get a new one, and hopefully the next one. I shouldn't have to hope. If I'm paying $130 for a mouse, I shouldn't have to hope that the next one's okay. The one that I get out of the box, and it's the same with all the final mouse stuff as well. So why are you paying a premium price for a product, for a first batch of a product that comes out that is subpar? It's worth less than what you bought it for straight out the gate, because there are fundamental issues with the design, with the structure, with the clicks, with the scroll wheel, with whatever else, and you've just forked out an absolute ton of money. And it does amaze me sometimes that there's not as much backlash as I feel there should be for these sorts of things. Yet we're willing to throw money at these companies because they're trendy, or because they have the next best thing, or they have the next lightest thing. But if the quality's not there and you're not getting the product, at the end of the day, what's the point? You're just burning money. And yeah, I can fix it. It's like those women that see broken men and go, I can fix him. I can solve his problems. He'll be the perfect husband. It's like, no, don't even bother. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time on these companies. It's just really not worth the effort. And I do find it ironic when you look around. One of the most interesting things is look at who an esports team is sponsored by. So if you look at Paper X, they're sponsored by Pulsar. How many Paper X players use a Pulsar mouse? How many Tier 1 CS2 players use a Pulsar mouse? How many Tier 1 Valorant players use a Tier 1 mouse? I can tell you for Valorant, there is one player, and that's Sire Player from T1, and he uses an X2H. I don't even think he uses the esports version. I would have been better off buying a $30 Chinese mouse. They're all Chinese anyway, let's be honest. They're all made in the same country for the most part, as far as I'm aware anyway. Yep, made in China, so yeah. The Vaxee's made in China, Logitech's made in China, Razer's made in China. I'm guessing that Pulsar is as well. I'm guessing they're not made in their home country of Korea. But still, yeah. I will not spend any of my hard-earned money on a Pulsar mouse again. If you got lucky, I'm very happy for you. I hope you really enjoy the mouse and then it lasts you a very long time. But that's just not my experience with them. And I can only imagine how many reviewers have received multiple units until they got one that worked, especially those with collabs or whatever and things like that. If you want to buy one, good luck. I wish you all the luck, but for my liking, I wouldn't bother, and I won't bother again. So yeah. If you want to subscribe to the channel, it would really help me. If you want to like. If you want to dislike. It's completely up to you. And I will see you in the next video. But please be assured I will be receiving my money back. And I'll probably get it back tomorrow, to be honest with you. Thank you. See you in the next video.